What's up, everybody? Cats007, and today bring you guys some top violinist gameplay. And as of right now, I am the second violinist in the server, making my way to first. And I just want to say before we hop into the video, my apologies for the way I sound right now. Literally, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and there's nothing wrong with me, except for the fact that I'm recording and voicing over a gameplay at 3 a.m. My apologies. I fell asleep during the day, and I was like, you know what? I'm bored right now. I got nothing to do. No girls in my DMs. So, so I got nothing to do. I'm just chilling and recording some gameplay, going after this priestess. Now, good distance from the priestess, so I'm gonna smack her here. She doesn't take the tram, which is smart because if she did, what I would do is I would walk across the map and then just smack her again. So good discipline using these portals to get around. Unfortunately, I am running max rage. I am running desperate fight. So I'm gonna recover from these portals really quickly. So I'm pick up the priestess to put her on chair. So early down. Now, when you're playing violinist, in my opinion, I kind of play VO like I do Spider. It is super crucial you get early down. So it's one of the main reasons why I run Blink. Now, all the old school VOs, they run Peepers, etc. I am very fond of Blink. I think if you want to secure a draw, definitely go with Blink. Get that down as quickly as possible. I think that's most important. And you'll see why. What I do with Blink, especially as coordinators. So with this coordinator, I want to use my line, maintain some distance. Now, unfortunately, this line didn't hit her. It was super close, like really close, but hey, it happens. Backing up, hiding behind the wall, gain some distance. She goes to save, and I get the Blink Terror Shock, and it's going to the grave. We get the save. But from here, after that stuff save, if you stuff a save after an early down, it's GG's from there. Literally, unless they pull something crazy, but it's GG's from there. So Violence is going, the Gravekeeper is going in for the save. I noticed that behind me. And usually when I see a coordinator, right, I would usually switch my build to a 2 rage and desperate fight, depending if I see like a prospector or an enchantress, or I run max rage if it's only the coordinator. But if it's like a no coordinator team, because I do ban mercenary, I usually use the seers to build up my presence. So after I get a second hit, I get the notes. So I use a seer out to my advantage. So I don't mind having a seer on the team. I usually use seers to feed me in the first place. So I would ban mercenary and then draw out a coordinator, and then the coordinator corresponds to my build, and from there it's easy winnings, you know. Violinist, in my opinion, is a very strong character. However, he is a draw character more than anything. Is he worse than BQ? Definitely not. He has better stuff and potential than BQ. Although BQ can pressure ciphers, etc., she's more likely to lose and get a lot more draws. She's literally tie queen, in my opinion. With VO, you have potential to stuff saves. You can actually get some draws, but in my humble opinion, I don't think VO should be considered anywhere near like a Dream Witch. You know what I'm saying? And I have two mains. I have Soul Weaver and I have VO. People would ask me, which one do I rather? And in my opinion, I really would rather Soul Weaver. Now, for two reasons. One, I'm a lot more experienced with Soul Weaver. So if I was to lose a match, right, I would get 3 Cypher kited or whatever happens. I wouldn't know what to do with VO. You know, my mentality is down somebody early, stuff a save, or try to do something. But if none of those things happen, I'm kind of lost. With Soul Weaver, I have the experience to listen. If I get my butt kited for 100 ciphers, I know for a fact I can still pull off a draw, and I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But with Violence, I don't have that experience to pull something out of my pocket and be like, okay, this is what I gotta do. I somehow look at this painting, which sucks. But with Spider, I have a lot more experience. And with Spider, in my opinion, she has more potential to bring out a lot more draws. And especially towards endgame, she is a monster at endgame. And as you begin to learn to master Soul Weaver, you get to learn that in tournaments, even in Japan, like, they round one Spider, you know? In my opinion, she has a lot of potential. Don't mind me here. Somebody teleported to the wrong cipher. But in my opinion, I really do think Spider is better than VO. In my opinion, not everyone's open to have, you know, different types of criticism, etc., etc. And I'm not going to judge. Listen, if you have your opinion, you have your opinion. But when it comes to like draws and getting like securing draws and not losing, you would definitely go with a Spider over a VO. VO does have a lot more win potential compared to a Soul Weaver, of course, you know, because Soul Weaver can't stuff as much. Unless you do certain tactics, like, for example, the double webbing when you get presents. That's something I can explain in another video another day. I did it in my old video. video before against Prodigy where I double webbed the coordinator before going for the save. It was the second Soul Weaver versus Prodigy. Here you have the video before this one. But in my opinion, I do think that Soul Weaver is definitely better than VO in the circumstance of going for a draw. Win-wise, I really don't find myself winning too much with VO. Like, sure, I'd be stuffing saves, I'd be getting early downs, but you go against a really good team. Like, if I was to play VO against, like, Prodigy or B4U, I would definitely find myself getting a draw compared to a win. Because one, I can get rotated. Violinist is very rotatable. Two, he can get kited really hard. And with Soul Weaver, you can get kited to an oblivion. Shout out to Overthrown. I will kite you to an oblivion. But you can get kited to an oblivion with Soul Weaver and still pull something, out of your rear end. With VO, there's not really much you can do, in my opinion, at least. Getting back into this gameplay, I know I was comparing a lot with Soul Weaver and VO. And for those who are not aware, those are my two mains. Right now, I am both the second S badge for both of them. So I have a little bit of idea what I'm talking about. Really good rotation from Cloud here. And you don't see this a lot. This is a big old school strategy of just looping Big Boat. But the way he's looping Big Boat is so efficient. And I cannot do anything against Cloud here. Cloud is a very good friend of mine. So is Dark. Dark is the best magician in the server. Right alongside her is Joggy. Getting into the video. He's looping Big Boat really efficiently, and even though he gets downed early, he still compensated with that one rotation. So even if he got downed early, that's fine. He literally was able for his teammates to pop a Cypher after he gets down just by looping Big Boat. So really good loop, and he still had an owl. So really good loop from Cloud here. I ended up downing him. That line was pretty accurate. Sometimes I amaze myself. So... for a fact, there's somebody coming for the save. It's probably going to be the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper is close. I see the Gravekeeper shoveling. The Gravekeeper's going to want to shovel down. He's trying to waste as much time as possible. And my objective is probably just stuff on chair. He's trying to look for an entrance to dig through. I'm waiting. Cloud's coming for this. The Gravekeeper's coming for the save. Cloud is still dead on chair. Gravekeeper drops down. And now it's going to be super close. Now I'm waiting. I have discipline. I'm not going to swing. I'm just going to wait. Wait for him to save. He missed the save. I get the line. He backs off completely. He's like, oh, snap. It's after half. No. And then backs off, but then ends up getting lined. And right here, it's a basement party. Even though I literally got kited to an oblivion. I can't get those words out of my head. Even though I got kited, just stuffing that save really changed the game. And this is why I say he has more potential winning, because Soul Weaver can't do this stuff. And look at this, a double hit with the line. This is stuff that Soul Weaver can't do. She has to focus on one target, you know what I'm saying? While VO has the potential to stuff and hit two people at the same time. But going after, I'm not going to go after the Gravekeeper. I see the Seer. I'm going to secure my kill, make sure to secure my kill. And from there, I'm just going to go crazy. Dark Heart is decoding the Cypher, sure. Now Prospect is coming to harass a little bit just to waste as little time as possible. I see the Prospect, I'm gonna go, hello. He pushes me back, really good stun here. And now, all I have to do is kill Cloud, and it's a draw from here. The line goes through the thing. I really don't like Big Boat. I will chase somebody in Big Boat, however. I really don't care. Like, I will chase a forward, I will chase a coordinator. Like, once you ban Mercenary as VO, you can literally chase anyone. The hardest chase is probably going to be a good Gravekeeper, in my opinion. Like, from experience, going against a Gravekeeper as VO and who has pallets set up is like the most cancerous thing in the world, and you will get 3 Cypher kited. But if you find somebody in like 2-story or a Leo's or a Big Boat like this, like the lines have a tendency to go through the stairs and mess up, and it's really weird and it's really bad in my opinion. But it's something that should fix. It's like you can toss a line and then all of a sudden it like shoots up into the sky, you know? I'm going to put this Prospector on chair. There's 1 Cypher left. However, because 3 people went to save, well, my apologies, 2. 1 was dead on chair. Because 2 people went to save, it left 1 person decoding, which means theoretically there's 1 Cypher left that hasn't been worked on. There's no mechanics, so they can't really do much. They can't have multiple Cyphers being worked on. Dark Heart's coming in for the save. Being patient. I'm being very patient. I go for the swing here, forcing them to double back. And once he doubles back, I realize, you know what? I'm going to go for this line here and be patient. Just be patient. Just be patient. It's going to be an after half save. I want to secure this down. for a fact, for an absolute fact, this is a draw. No matter what happens from here, it is a draw. All I have to do is down that prospector. That cipher has just started. Dark is doing an awesome job here. And Dark is like literally the only reason, and the prospector is the only reason why they were so close to even getting a draw to begin with. So for my scenario, this is literally has to be a win in my book, or I can mess up, which does happen. Good pull from the prospector getting out of basement. That's like a really long pull. Not even expect to see. So I was scared of the cipher being popped. Let me just chair Dark Heart instead of going after the prospector. Either way, it's gonna have to be one of them going for the save. But if the prospector comes for the save, he's dead on chair, and if the gravekeeper has to go for it, he's across the map, and the whole transition from across the map is gonna be bad because like within the time frame, Dark is gonna be dead on chair. So it has to be the prospector who goes for it. He's hiding on top of Big Bow, and I didn't see him at all. I'm over here like, where did he go? So I'm looking around. Dark Heart is gonna be saved after half, and that's good. So now I have 2 people dead on chair. So all I have to do is down one person, down the other. So very good discipline, waiting it out. So they really turned this losing game into a potential draw, which is really good on their behalf. Here comes the prospector going for the save. Throws a magnet, doesn't want to get drop hit. So does a really good pull here. That's actually, these magnets haven't been so bad, honestly. I go to line. He's being really patient. I should have been more patient too, in my opinion. Now, he has to save. Even if he gets Terror Shock, he still has to go for the save. Terror Shock, he gets the save, pops up, and they're both gone. So really good discipline amongst the both of them, turning this potential loss into close to a draw. So I down Dark as soon as she gets out. Now I have to down this prospector. If I do not down this prospector, it's a draw, honestly, because then Dark is gonna self-heal, then I'm gonna lose her or something. Who knows? Throw my line, being patient, get the line, and that's GG's from there. Pick up the prospector, and then I'm gonna go back to Dark Heart. Gravekeeper is doing the gate across the map, and now I'm going back to Dark, and literally just one instant really smart plays from these survivors, in my opinion. That's some really good top tier stuff. Dark illusions. I'm like, oh, okay. Throw the line, blocking off the door, and cut her off. GG's. Then I'm gonna put Dark Heart back in basement, and I'm happy you guys were listening. Hopefully you guys are here throughout the entire video. It's actually a really long video, 12 minutes. And usually I don't like long videos because of advertisements. But anyway, I'm Cat7, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.